What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco Delia and today I want to update you on my spiritual journey. It's been a while since I made a video in English on my YouTube channel and since I made a video talking about my spiritual path, my spiritual progress. So I wanted to just update you and give you a hint or what's happening and what I'm gonna do next. So basically I started a couple of years ago, as I told you, with the Wim Hof method and then reading some books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and I got intrigued by this spiritual path. Since I was really interested in self-development and self-care, after a while that you go into the self-development journey, eventually you'll end up in the spiritual and personal internal growth. And after trying many things, meditations, mindfulness and other things, I went into the Wim Hof method, cold showers, breathing exercises for a while, for 1 year. And then I discovered some other books like The Alchemist, some other people talking about things. I tried the Isha Kriya meditations for 90 days. I leave the link down in the description if you want to check out the blog about it. And I discovered Sadhguru, where I was initiated into the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya process 1 year ago. It's been 1 year of the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. So I want to tell you how's everything changed and how I feel. After the Shambhavi, I did for a whole period of time everything that Isha Foundation, the foundation of Sadhguru, actually told us to do, which went from the Bhairavi sadhana, a period of doing another kinds of sadhana, the Shivanga sadhana, another period just for men, doing some different kinds of meditations and exercises. Then I did other things, many other things, the Panchabhuta Kriya to cleanse all the elements, and many other events that we had. And also I joined every Guru Purnima that there was for the full moon, and I decided to get into Hatha Yoga a little more. So I decided to go to an Isha instructor in Milan and learn Angamardana, which is one of the most complete Hatha Yoga exercises, and Bhuta Shuddhi, which is to cleanse the elements. So I started implementing Angamardana, Bhuta Shuddhi and Shambhavi into my whole routine. I did 90 days of Shambhavi. Then when I had Angamardana and Bhuta Shuddhi, I did 48 days, so a full mandala of both of them, Shambhavi included. I then also discovered some other YouTubers and people, and I read books from Sadhguru like Youth and Truth. I bought the Eternal IECOs, Midnights with the Mystic, and some others. I'm going to also start Karma right now and other books. I discovered some other Kriya exercises like Sudarshan Chakra Kriya, Simha Kriya, other things that I implemented in my weekly rotation of sadhana, and now I have a weekly rotation of changing some things and doing some different kinds of sadhana depending on the day. So right now what I do Shambhavi every day, try to do it every day at least, and then depending on the day I do, for example, on Monday Angamardana and Shambhavi. On Tuesday I have Bhuta Shuddhi and Shambhavi. On Wednesday I do another kind of Kriya like Sudarshan Chakra Kriya or other exercises and then Shambhavi. Then I do Surya Kriya, not the one that they teach, but one that I learned by myself. I know it's not the best option, but it was something that I wanted to try. In the future I'm going to learn it from the instructors in Shambhavi. And then sometimes I also do on Sunday Isha Kriya instead of Shambhavi. And then I do Angamardana and Bhuta Shuddhi again. So Angamardana and Bhuta Shuddhi twice per week, and Shambhavi I try to do it daily, and other exercises that I do differently depending on the day. I also do the Wim Hof method and breathing exercises and cold showers once per week at least, and some other things. So Angamardana really helped me with my flexibility and my body. Bhuta Shuddhi is very nice to do. But let me tell you, Shambhavi was something that actually really changed my life. Many people asked me after the last video that I made about Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, how is my experience now after 1 year of doing it? And it actually changed me a lot. It's such a great and weird experience at the same time. Every day that I do it, every time that I do it, it's different. It's very different. There are some days that I just don't feel like doing it, but I do it anyway. There are some days that I crave to do it. I try to do it in the morning. I can't wait to do it. I feel like my life was overwhelming me and I need those 20 minutes, 30 minutes of just being by myself and keep everything aside for a moment. Before doing the Shambhavi, I also do the Inner Engineering crash course, so I remind myself of 5 things that the Inner Engineering course of Sadhguru tells you to remind. So that's very awesome because you always remind yourself you are not the body, you're not the mind, you're responsible for everything. This moment is inevitable. You're the mother, a mother for the world, everything is one, all the rules are your rules, and many other things that they taught you. After the first 48 days, it was weird. I had some weird experiences. I already mentioned them in the previous video. I'll link it down in the description if you want to check out how these 48 days were. But after that, it was awesome. Oh, and I also met Sadhguru a couple of times live in Venice and in Rome for the Save Soul movement. And feeling him in person was great, was very, very awesome. I'll link down the vlog if you want to check them out. And I noticed, just like the fitness exercises, just like working out, the days that I don't feel like doing it, they are the days that really changed me. There are periods in which I experiment different things, periods in which I feel things differently. So sometimes there was a period that I tried to focus a lot on between the eyebrows, so I tried different things there. Periods in which I tried to not think at all, periods in which I tried to just observe the mind without doing anything. So I tested out many different things during this year, and I'm still testing many things. I know you just have one thing to do, and I do exactly what they tell me to do, what they taught me to do. But in the meanwhile, while you're there for 30 minutes every single day, you think about something, you know, you're there and you always focus on some different things sometimes. There are days that I actually feel explosive. There are days that I end up and I notice, oh my God, like 15 minutes more than I planned passed, and I was just sitting there completely lost into myself without thinking of anything, just staying there. There are days in which I felt nothing and just wanted to end it up as quick as possible. But some days, for example, yesterday actually was a great day. That's why I decided to make this video. I did it and it was incredible, so intense that while doing the last part before staying like that, the last part, if you know Shambhavi, you know, to almost charge yourself, I felt very vibrant. I couldn't stop myself, I couldn't stop my body, and I just, you know, let it be. I just let myself go without judging myself, leaving my ego at the door and just staying there, and it was amazing. So I noticed it's growing every day, it's growing in intensity every day. I noticed there are some other sadhanas that I want to try in the future that are even more intense, so that brings you more quicker to enlightenment or to our self-realization. But this is really helping me to find peace, harmony, consciousness, awareness every single day. I feel more conscious, I feel better, my body feels better, I never get sick. I mean, I was healthy before, so I don't know if it's just for Shambhavi, of course, but I tried vegetables for the first time and now I'm eating vegetables every day, and I never wanted to eat vegetables for my entire life. My whole lifestyle changed, my entire goals and ambitions changed completely. I went into depression for some time because everything collapsed of my previous me, of the Marco Delia of the past. I wanted to have a lot of things. I wanted to be rich, I wanted to be famous, and then now that I can analyze myself, I notice that these things are actually some traumas. I notice that I actually don't want that thing. I notice that I wanted to be famous just because I never been recognized from my father and some other different things. So it really gave me an insight of who I really am, what I really want. It's slowly destroying my ego and my past, my memories, to leave space to the biggest thing. And it was really hard, guys, let me tell you. I also am much more sensible right now, much more sensitive, can read people real quick. I notice I have a stronger connection with nature and with animals. It's much easier right now to just see my thoughts are not so important and just seeing them without being identified with them, my body as well, so I don't suffer cold showers as much or exercises as much. My sleep quota actually didn't change, but I am much more conscious of what I'm doing, everything that I'm doing, and if I have to sleep less, it's not a problem for me. I have energy anytime I need it. If you say tonight we don't sleep, that's not a problem for me. Let me tell you, the depression thing is not easy, and I noticed that Sadhguru tells you in one video that you actually put your life in fast forward once you start your spiritual process, and so everything bad that has to happen in your life will happen real quick in just the first year or months, so that you can just go through it and then leave it at the door. It's not easy as it seems, but every time that I do it, I also take some notes of the experiences that I have and also the knowledge that I get every time that I do it. I'm learning so many things and I'm conceptualizing many things and learning a lot about myself. I now have different goals, different ambitions. I had to rework completely on my body, my relationships, everything that I want to do in life, my career, my path. But I noticed this was a much needed thing for me. I can't wait to go on. I also noticed some other people that talked about other things and I can't wait to try them. But let me tell you, one tip for me, if I have to give you one tip, just stick to one thing. So go, for example, for Shambhavi or one Kriya that worked the most for you. For example, even Isha Kriya, which is free in the app of Sadhguru, really worked for me. So just go with one thing for that every day, and while doing that, remind yourself just 3 things. It's all one. Everything happens just in this moment. Everything else is just hallucinations. And the third thing is to, whenever I'm meditating, I just leave my karma, my memories, my past, my tasks to do, my future, my mind, everything, my persona, my identity, my character, my personality. I leave Marco at the door for a moment, aside for a moment. So every time I notice that if I remind myself these 3 things, I'm here in this moment, everything I put aside, and I'm in yoga, I'm everything, and everything is me. So I'm just the universe experiencing itself, and then I start meditating. It just clicks. Sometimes it clicks, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you learn, sometimes you don't. You notice that it's a path, and then I'm growing, and I can't wait to make another video telling you how it's going. So guys, follow me on other social media and on Instagram if you want to check me out on my updates. I'll update you there quicker, or if you have any questions, just DM me there, I will answer, or leave a comment down below, leave a like. All the videos that are mentioned are in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next videos. Peace.